Hi friends, in this video we are going to see the exploratory data analysis in data science and also the corresponding demo to work with exploratory data analysis in Python. So what is meant by exploratory data analysis? It is generally named as EDA, which is nothing but a data representation technique to understand the various aspects, insights about the data. In order to do the EDA, there are three steps. First, we need to understand the data. Next, the data need to be cleaned up. And finally, you need to analyze the relationship between the variables and to derive some insights from it. So in understanding the data, we need to understand what are the different types of variables available in our data set. So how many variables are numerical variables and how many variables are categorical variable. And followed by, you need to know how many number of rows available, columns available, then some basic statistical descriptions. All those will come under understanding of data. And next we are moving to cleaning of data. So while you clean the data, before the data need to be given to any machine learning algorithm, the data need to be clean. Maybe the data may have some outliers or some redundant data, and it may have some missing data, some irregularity patterns available, or some of the columns may not be necessary to further analysis. So they all need to be filtered out. And the last step is analyzing the data. So you need to find the relationship between the variables. So which variable is dependent variable, which variable is an independent variable, how one variable correlated with the another variable, the dependencies, so that you can able to derive some useful insights from that data. So these are the basic idea about the exploratory data analysis. So now we will see a demo in Python how you can do the exploratory data analysis for a given data set. So here I have a data set which contain the information about the car, the price of the car, age of the car, fuel type, HP, automatic, gear and the doors, name of the car, the price of the car, the modified price and the maintenance price of the car. And totally I have 25 rows. And here you see here this and the price, age, HP, automatic, then doors, new price, maintenance price, all will having a numerical data, and this fuel type and name is the categorical data. And again I have some of the data are duplicated. So here you see here the last two rows are duplicated rows. And now when I maintain this thing, I don't want to have this automatic because almost every value is 0. Only one car having a value is 1. So this column is not needed for me for further analysis. And some of the cells I'm having an empty value. See here in the maintenance and here in doors I have some missing values. So I need to understand the data. How many rows are there? How many columns are there? How many numerical data are there, how many categorical data are there. Then I need to identify to clean the data. So for that I need to find out which column is irrelevant and which are the empty cells, which are the duplicated values. So all those I have to analyze, and finally I need to find the relationship between the variables. So this is my data set. So I am going to work with Jupyter today. So this is my Jupyter notebook. To start with the demo, first I need to import the pandas library. Import pandas as PD, and by using the pandas library only I can able to read the CSV file, and the data need to be handled as a data frame. Data frame is equal to pd dot read underscore CSV. I have to give my file name data underscore EDA dot CSV. After reading I need to display, so print df dot toString. So first I will run it, import the library, next I run the file. Yes, so I got my 25 rows whatever I have seen in my CSV file, and you have something here, 2 index values available. So you need to give a column, along with that index underscore column is equal to 0. So when I do that, I have only one index column. and there may be some time in your Excel file you may not have this index file. Okay, so I will delete this column and explain you. So I will save it. Yes, so this time I am putting the index column to be kept, but I don't have my index column in my CSV file. So now what will happen if you run the code? Your first column will be taken as an index column. Okay, but it's not correct. So that time you need to remove this index column. Okay, so please remember, you check your data first whether your CSV file having an index column separately. If it is separately available, you put here index underscore column equal to 0 to keep that column. And if I am not having that column in my CSV file, so here I am not having that column, so that time the first column will be taken as an index column. So you don't want to make it as a index column, so that time you don't put a separate index column equal to 0, so automatically your index column gets created. So this thing you keep it in your mind. And as you know, in the EDA the first step is understand your data. So I have displayed all the data. So now I want to understand the data, means I need to know how many rows, how many columns, all those things. So I can go with df.head. Then I can get only the first 5 rows. Then tail means last 5 rows. And then I can use with describe. And that will help me to give the statistical description. And then I can go with info, so that will give how many columns are integer type, how many columns are float type, then string type, all those informations will be there. So like that you can understand your data, and along with that I can give another function called as df.shape. So it will tell me there are 25 rows and 9 columns. Since you know here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 columns you are having. So you have got the basic idea, that is understanding about your data. Next step is you need to clean the data. So cleaning can be identifying the outlier, redundant data, missing data, irregularities, unnecessary data. So in my data I don't need this automatic column. So that also I need to directly reflect in my data frame after removing. So in order to drop that column, you know the function df.drop, which column I don't need, the column is the automatic. So if I simply put this, okay, so I need to tell again axis equal to 1 because it is a column. So this axis represents column wise the automatic column I need to remove from my data frame. It will not be removed in the CSV file, it will be removed only in the data frame. And also if I run this, it is temporarily only removed, but still I am having my df still having that automatic column. Okay, so if I do down, I print it, still my df column having an automatic. So what you need to do it, you know how to do it. So you need to add a property called as in place is equal to true. When I add in place is equal to true, in my data frame itself the changes get permanently reflected. So now I run it. Yes, so from the data frame itself the column get removed. So to analyze it, you need to put df dot shape function, so that will help you to check with. Since this automatic column is already removed, that's why you are getting this error. So I just execute only this shape. Yes, so automatic column is already removed, so I am getting only 8 columns now. Now I need to remove the duplicate rows and analyze. Since I know from my data the last 2 rows are duplicated. So in order to remove the duplicates, you have a function called as df.drop underscore duplicates. And you have a duplicate in 2 rows. Okay, so if I have option first, then if I have more than one duplicate, the first one will be kept, the remaining will be deleted. Okay, and there are various ways. Sometimes I have petrol itself, I have a duplicate, and I want to remove all the duplicates under the petrol. So that time what happened, I have 3 categories. Petrol is one category, diesel is one category, CNG is one category. So after I filter out, I will get only 3 rows. That also I will show to you. So when I use with duplicates, I am going to keep the subset as fuel type. Okay, so out of the fuel type, it will sort it, and how many duplicates are available in the fuel type, it will take care. And from that, it needs to keep only the first duplicate. So now what will happen, you just print df and see here. So out of the 25 rows, only the first duplicate value only kept. Okay, so it may reduce your data more. So if I keep last, means the last duplicated row only kept it. So now I don't want this. So I want to remove the entire thing which is duplicated. So that row only I need to remove it. So I need to again keep it df dot drop duplicates keep equal to first. So this time what happened, it will check every row, and in every column whichever rows get duplicated. So all values get duplicated. So if you see here, the entire row get duplicated as a separate row. So that row alone, in that it will keep the first one and it will remove the remaining duplicated values. And again I need to put in place is equal to true. Then only the changes get reflected in the same frame. So I am going to put df dot shape. Here you need to give shape, because shape is not a function, it is a property. So we are getting 24 rows. Since you know that the last row get deleted, so we have only 24 rows and 8 columns. And now I want to rename some of the columns. So I am changing the name of the column price to selling price. So how to rename? Know that a function called as df dot rename. So what I need to rename? I need to rename the column, and the column price I need to rename to selling price, selling underscore price. And this also I need to be reflected in the same data frame. So please remember, keep it as in place equal to true. Then you need to print the first 5 rows and check it. You need to put df dot head. So now the price is now changed to selling price. And next you need to drop the missing value and observe. Since you know that there is a missing value in that particular cell, and here in the row number, this thing also I have one empty value. So these 2 cells, wherever I have a empty cells, that rows I need to drop it, and I need to observe. So in order to drop, again I have a function called as df dot drop null. Drop the null values wherever the cell is empty, so that row get deleted. So in the row wise I need to drop it, and that also I need to make it as in place is equal to true. And after that I need to check what is the shape of my data frame. So 2 rows I have null values. So from the 24 rows, now I have only 22 rows after dropping the cells with empty rows. And the next thing,